Hey, if you're a young adult right now, I just wanted to give you 5 thoughts to encourage you that I really believe you need to hear right now. If you feel like, man, life's gone crazy, there's all sorts of chaos around you, and you've got some real questions around life right now, I just jotted down 5 simple thoughts that I think may encourage you no matter where you are around the world. So let's dive in. Are you ready? I don't want to just give you some hype. I don't want to give you just rant. I really do believe after journeying with Gen Z for the better part of the last decade, this will encourage you. I am a Gen Z fan. I really believe we're in a hinge moment in time where Gen Z need to keep on stepping into leadership and opportunities. So here, as a big brother, some encouragement to you. Are you ready? The first thought is this: you are not behind. Hear that again. You're not behind. It's so easy in a social media scrolling world to feel like, man, there's a 20-year-old with a drop shipping business and they're making millions of dollars, and I'm here just working at McDonald's trying to get my degree. We live in a fake world, friends. Don't buy the lies. You're not behind. But I will ask, are you being faithful today? You're not just late to start that promotion and get all these things. In this chapter of life, you're being formed. You're growing, you're developing, you're right where you need to be. Yet we live in a social media day and age that distorts everything. The timelines on life, everyone looks like they've built the greatest companies by they're 22 years old. And I just want to set you at ease, friend. You're not behind. You're right where you need to be. Keep being faithful today. These hidden years of your life, the unseen chapters. I look back on my early 20s and think I'm so grateful the ways in which God shaped me in the unseen places, where I took seriously my personal development, where my capacity grew, my consistency grew, my character grew. I just want to encourage you to settle on in to the reality that you're not behind. Seize the day, seize the opportunity that you have, be faithful, but don't worry about feeling like you're behind. You're right where you need to be, and God sees you. The second thought that I wanted to give you is that small acts of obedience are far more important than some big platform. I think, again, it's so easy to go viral, get a few clicks online and build a big platform, yet you don't actually have the substance to carry that big platform. And we live in a day and age of instant gratification and just post something, do something, and you can get a platform, yet you miss the invitation into a small act of obedience. When's the last time you looked around enough to say thank you to someone? That person who served you a meal or made you a cup of coffee, and you looked them in the eyes and said, I'm thankful for you. You're thankful for the person that comes and collects your garbage or trash. And you just said, man, thank you. I want to encourage you to be obedient today. Maybe you got to send a text message to someone and just send an encouragement. Maybe you need to pick up the phone and call that friend that you haven't talked to in a long time. Maybe you need to set something on the calendar and say, hey, I'd love to meet with this mentor. I want to encourage you today to do small acts of obedience over time. And I promise you, if you just keep doing that over time, it's going to beat just having a viral sensation and a big platform straight away. Be pure. Work on your character, come before God, serve others even when it's boring. Man, I'm looking for some young people that are going to be consistent. They're not just life hits them and it's, I got to back out of everything. No, you want to have consistency, small acts of obedience over time. And as you do that, trust builds, and all of a sudden you'll find yourself in places of influence over time, but you have the character and the places in the unseen that sustain you. So why don't you today decide what's a small act of obedience and do it over time. Thirdly, I'm going to challenge you around this. Depth will always outlast hype. I want you to think about a meme or something that you've seen that's gone viral around the world and how everyone was talking about it for felt like 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden everyone forgot their name. Friend, you don't want to live a life that's just like a flash in a pan moment and all of a sudden it fizzles out. You want to live a life that's marked by legacy. That when you're old, frail, and wrinkly, you look back on your life and it's a life marked by depth, not a life that's marked by hype. A life that's marked by depth, not marked by hype. We crave a world that actually has depth and substance to it, don't you? Aren't you tired of a superficial world? Aren't you tired of a world that talks a bunch and makes a bunch of noise, but there's actually a lack of substance and authenticity to it? Why don't you go first in this? Why don't you make the decision to be a person who's marked by depth, that there's actually substance to you? that if you're a Christian, that you're in the Word of God, it's shaping you and you've got actually the Word of God buried in your heart. That you're someone that has a work ethic marked by depth and substance. Not just hype, not just making noise, but you want deep roots to your life. You want a life formed and shaped in the secret, that when the wind and the waves come, there's substance to your life and you stand the test of time. Grow in your prayer life, grow in the scriptures, grow in community with one another. Get areas of depth to your life, and I promise you that over time always wins. The fourth challenge and encouragement to you is that you were born for this hour. If you don't know this right now, there's this huge generational transfer taking place right now. With all the love and respect to the boomers, a thing taking place right now that people are talking about, the silver tsunami is coming. That from one generation is entering into their last chapter of life. They're trying to hand off businesses, they're trying to hand off board roles, they're trying to hand off churches, that there's this huge wave of succession coming. And I just believe, friend, you're made for this hour. In an hour of AI disruption, all sorts of chaos around us, I believe through innovation and a pure hunger, you can be the type of person that looks at the lay of the land, has honor and respect for the generations that have gone before you. And side note, would that be your posture? Don't just think that you're this superhero that's arrived in town. No, glean and learn from men and women with some gray hair and wisdom that you can just learn from their life, the mistakes that they've made. Let them deposit in you. Maybe pick up the phone to your grandmother or grandfather, or a friend, parent that you may not have actual relatives that are older, but you can find someone with life and character and learn and grow from them. But know that you were made for this hour. The baton is being passed to one generation. And so would you know, friend, that you're made for this hour? I really do believe that, again, if you're a Christian, you can know that God's made you for this moment. That for whatever reason, God would have you live at 2026 as a young adult, Gen Z, right now. And so would you build a life that's intergenerational, learning from the generations that have gone before you, but prepare to know that you're going to be invited to step into leadership opportunities, going to be invited to step into boards and leading departments, and it's time for you to lead. But you're made for this hour, but don't know that it's not you by yourself, but there's others that you can glean from and learn from and go on the journey of development and prepare for this moment that you're in. Don't shrink back from this moment. Step into all God has for you. And my fifth and final encouragement for you, friend, is that the church still matters. I don't know what your experience is with the local church. Maybe you have a view that it's, man, there's some crazy people there and bad things have happened, but I just want to say this to you. I've got friends all around the world that 99% of pastors are just giving it their best. There's so many men and women that we don't know their names that are faithfully serving their local communities and local areas. And I've just learned that if you decide to be planted in a local church, known by others, there's something that can take place that you personally will grow by nature of proximity to others. There'll be people that may offend you and frustrate you, but if you just be planted in that place, I promise you, you will grow over time. Don't just run off into isolation and think you can change the world by yourself. Be a part of a story that's way bigger than you and I. For centuries, the church has continued to go from strength to strength. Even in difficult days, God continues to build His church. He's invited us into being planted in a local community. So I want to challenge you, always believe the best. Put any sort of frustration that you might have through prayer. If you have a posture of serving and humility, I promise you, God's going to use you in a beautiful way. So why don't you today, if you've been floating around the edges, make a decision to be planted, to get on a team, serve, roll up your sleeves with one another, have fun, be consistent. And I promise, over time, you'll see, man, it's going to be an amazing adventure. So hey, from me, I want you to hear, I believe in you. I believe this is an amazing opportunity for Gen Z. We're in a hinge moment in time. So hey, pass this along to a friend. I just believe, Gen Z, good things are coming your way.